on the road again, and this time I'm traveling to Shantou in China to visit Nanguang, a leading lights and lighting accessories company known to many filmmakers worldwide under the brand names Nanlite and Nanlux. I met with the owners of this family-run business and discussed the company's history, what they specialized in, and the importance of their employees. Please enjoy the factory tour of Nanguang. I feel very fortunate and honored to go on many various trips as they fill me with excitement and joy for what is awaiting me. I'm always eager to learn more about the company's procedures of making and establishing products, the values and goals, but also about the owners and employees of such a business. But what I always look forward to the most when visiting a city is the place, the people, and the food. This time, I'm heading over to Shantou for a 2-day trip. During this short stay, I quickly learned that Shantou is one of China's most beautiful cities. It was once known for acting as a major component in the export for the south of China. The city has since evolved into an economically and industrially far developed city with an unusually diverse market and range of businesses. One of those businesses located in Shantou is Nanguang, and that is my destination for this trip. I was on a flight from Tokyo to Shenzhen and went from Shenzhen to Shantou by train. There, I was warmly welcomed by Shirley, my guide for the 2 days, who picked me up.
Welcome to Shantou.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry that everything has to be filmed, but it's part of the job, no?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be your camera.
Thank you very much for picking me up.
Thank you for coming. Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
We went out for a delicious dinner, and afterward, I got brought to my hotel. The next 2 days, I'll be spending in the establishment, looking through their processes, the building and departments, the different team members, and their factory. I will also be interviewing the owners, and I'm very excited to get to know more about Nanguang.
Hi. Is your room in the building one? A ninth floor.
Thank you.
Enjoy your stay.
Bye. See you.
See you.
After a good night's rest and an astonishing breakfast view, we are heading straight to the Nanguang headquarters. Hi Shirley, good morning, how are you?
Morning, Johnny. I'm very good.
What should I expect today?
So today we will show you the Nanguang company. Yeah, so now we are going to the factory. Yeah.
Which building? This one? Hey, how are you?
How's it going?
Good, how are you? Everything is
Good.
okay?
Yeah, everything's going good.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
It's our pleasure to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very nice.
Yes.
Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Nancy and Andy are mother and son and are 2 of the 4 family members who runs the company.
My husband and me to set up this company. Yeah, he is a photographer, so that's the reason that we set up the company Nanguang.
Which is the Southern Light, the light of the South?
Yes.
Immediately, you can feel the warmth and familiarity that the family has built up throughout the years. While I get the tour of the whole building, Nancy and Andy tell me that the company has resided here for 10 years now.
Yeah, when I was in the middle school.
So you grew up here? You came basically.
Yeah, but part of it is here. Let's go.
The friendly environment runs through all departments that we visit. Hello everybody! But no wonder, Nanguang makes sure that everyone who works here feels important, valued and safe.
Massive space, just make them feel relaxed and connecting to each other very easily. It's just a more comfort way than just make them feel free to create.
Hello. I'm Johnny. Nice to meet you. Hi.
That's my husband.
So the man. Yeah. So who is the real boss? Who is the real boss? Really, he's the real boss.
There's no answers.
With the insight into what they stand for, let's go further into depth about who the people behind the company are. Nancy, Andy,
Yeah, Johnny.
thank you very much for having me here. Nancy, I would like to take you to the beginning of the company.
It's at the 1992. Yeah, and then it's 18 March. 18 May.
18th of May 1992.
Yes.
And you did it alone or together with your husband?
My husband is the main people to set up the company, and then I to support him.
Who had the idea to open a light equipment company? Because we are in a district that is very famous for toys, actually.
Yeah.
So why lights?
At the beginning, the reason that we to set up the Nanguang company is because my husband is a photographer, and then he used to be a teacher at the middle school, and then he still feel that he has a passion for the photography, so he to quit up and then to set up the company. And at the beginning, we drew is the accessories in front of the camera accessories. Yeah, and then the business is a small, slowly grow up, and then at the year 1998, and then my husband is seeking what kind of equipment we can add to the business, and then finally we choose to do lighting. Yep.
Very interesting.
Yep.
So you grew up, Andy, in a house which everybody all the time, your mother, your father, is talking about lights, or not really?
Not really. We still have family life, you know. So it's like a combination of both.
Andy, when we first met, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago,
Yep.
the company in general was much smaller.
It is.
But I want to go even more to the beginning. With how many people did you start? Do you remember?
Like in my memory was actually like several dozens. Yeah, so but it was like it's funny because some of the employees within the factory is actually have been working the company longer than my age. So some of the aunties has told me that like one night when they were working and they someday when they were working in the factory, they have heard that she's going to give birth of me. So
Just like that.
yeah, so
See you guys. I'm going to give birth. I'll be back tomorrow.
Not tomorrow though.
Okay.
Not tomorrow.
days.
Okay.
Several days, but there is like some of them have been being our employees for a very, very long time. Yeah.
How many people are currently in the company?
So right now it's more than 100.
900, more than
Yes.
900,
Yes.
Close to 1,000.
close to 1,000.
Yeah.
Worldwide or only in China?
Worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide, yeah. And most is in China, yeah.
So you became one of the main factories to employ people here in this surrounding?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Shantou has a population of 5.5 million people. The district where Nanguang has their headquarters, known for toys. So I wondered why Nancy and her husband decided to start a company right here.
All of us is born here. Yeah, that's the one reason. And then another reason is we start here, and then we getting bigger and bigger, and then we hope that our people can together and then grow up together.
I mean, I'm here for the first time,
Yeah.
and it looks like people are simply happy. They look very
Yeah.
relaxed, but in a positive way. Yeah, they know, as if they know what they're doing, and they have their own break time, and it looks very, very impressive. You are also supporting some of your workers with accommodation or a place to rest.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about this.
We think that for people, and the work is not the whole life. So and just now you say that most of us will feel happy because for our team we think that happiness and also valuable is our very, very important things. So we for that we hope that between the work and then we can have the place to have a relax. And some were living inside our in there, and then some is their home is very close to the factory, so they will just have the 2 hours off, 1.5 hours off there, and then they were up to afternoon, and then when get off work, and then they were back home.
Do they get a small discount if they live here? Or it's expensive?
They no need to pay.
No need to pay? Okay, that sounds really fair. Very nice.
Yeah.
Free accommodation possibilities, regulated working hours, big rooms to connect. Oh, and simultaneous breaks together. After all, here at the factory, everybody will finish to work at 5 o'clock sharp. On a different note, what I'm also curious about is the fact that Nangwang never went out of their lane to produce different types of camera or video gear than light and lighting equipment. Many Chinese companies are doing everything. They do lights and audio and lenses and bags. Do you also have this type of desire to expand to other accessories, or you want to stay with lights?
So let me tell you in this way, I'm a part-time gaffer. And I'm also like a marketing specialist, but I do have a very strong passion in lighting. So that's why, probably that's one of the main reasons why we decided just focusing on lighting. And we do believe that focusing on one thing is much better than working on a lot of things. Just being focusing and pushing it into a better and better place.
Nangwang now has 2 brands, Nanlight and Nanlux. Nanlight is a brand aimed for independent filmmakers or content creators, while Nanlux is the high-end product line. Being passionate about the industry, they wanted to ensure users could easily afford equipment and ignite their passion for the industry as well. Nancy, one of the things that really impressed me is the quality control steps that you have in the factory. I never saw something like this, in all honesty.
As I mentioned that all of our team, we have a passion for our industry. So we hope that every light when came to our customer is we cannot say we 100% very, very good situation, but we try our best to reduce this. And then that will be very, very, I think it's very important for on-set. And then another kind of reason is we and all of our team, we have passion to build the worldwide respectable brand. So, just you ask Andy that if we also consider to doing other equipments, and we were to focus on the lighting, on the continuous lights, and we want to make it to become the top. We will try all of our energy to do that. And then right now we think that even we put all of our energy on that, we still need think that we need more. So we have no gap for doing other kinds of equipment. Even maybe we will have to do some accessories like that, but all go to support the lighting.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean, when you're talking about this kind of passion, Andy, you told me that even the packaging, you really got kind of, sorry about the bad language, but fed up with companies supplying you the cartoons and the packaging. Now you're doing it by yourself, like not you personally, but the company is doing it by itself.
Yeah, because like it used to be like during the shipment, the packaging just got damaged because of the poor quality of the cotton box. So we have to, like, even though it's not very valuable for us, like because it's like it cover a very big size of the space, but still we think that is a part of our quality. So we have to make it by our own to make sure that customers have a consistency along for every element of the product.
Actually, it's crazy bright here. Oh, wow. This is the latest fashion from Louis Vuitton.
So this is basically the aging zone for all of our lights. And basically every light, when it's going out of the factory, you have to go through the aging process. So it's running to make sure that every component works properly, and then it will work properly on your hands as well.
So every light that finished assembly will end up here?
Exactly.
Every light?
Every light.
So you run this here?
So basically there are two minutes for it. The first one is actually make sure that the light can run through 45 degrees and work properly. And then the second one is like when the light runs into 45 degrees, which means that the aging is actually faster, which means when it runs 1,000 hours here, means it runs more than 2,000 or 3,000 hours in the real environment.
So just that I get the numbers, out of curiosity, when you produce such a light, you sell 1,000 of those, 10,000, 100,000. How much are you selling?
So let's take the Peveltune Mark II 60 as an example. It's actually more than 200,000 pieces.
More than 200,000 pieces?
It is.
Yeah. Yep.
200,000 sold products, and if I'm not mistaken, Nangwang can make every light almost to order, which means there is barely any overproduction and no waste of light or material. Another thing that you might have noticed in some shots before is the big panels on top of the roof. The whole roof is plastered with solar panels. Andy also told me that all their lights are repairable due to the construction and material of the equipment to be even more environmentally friendly. Truly impressive.
From my perspective, I think it's much easier for young generation to be into this industry, not just for the film industry, but also like the content creations overall. I think it do open up big opportunities for people to express their expressions to their life, or maybe just sharing some sort of it into a video. I think it's really important and it really opened up new possibilities to a lot of people.
Yeah, and my feeling is that our industry, the roof is gone. And before, just the people inside our industry to use the camera and to do the image, but after the camera launch, and then more and more people they are at other industry, but they need the good image, and then they have the channel to get into. They have a chance to join. So our industry has become bigger and bigger and bigger.
Nancy, thank you very much. Thank you for answering my questions.
Thanks.
Andy,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Durable lighting equipment, high safety standards, passion for the industry and the art, happiness is a big focus. Nangwang stands for all that. What a pleasure and enjoyment it was to get to know the company and the people behind it better. I was thrilled to have one more dinner together with all the family. And then it was time to say goodbye. Thank you, Nancy, Andy, Shirley, and the entire Nangwang team for making my stay as wonderful as it was and for talking to me about your company. Hopefully, I could show our audience how cool this company is.